Have you watched Rings of Power?
Galadriel of the Noldor.
I know you did, and I know after that you may have thrown your Amazon subscription away. That's why.
You have not seen what I have seen.
Anyways, what I was gonna say. Yeah, I'm talking about this new Amazon TV series, The Peripheral. This one is actually a solid one. And in this video I will tell why you should definitely watch this amazing sci-fi piece even if you don't like sci-fis. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Peripheral, where the story begins with the year 2099 in London, which has nothing to do with the London you and I know, because right in the city there are strange carracks that shoot at each other, and they are surrounded by immense Greek godlike statues. But the picture will become even weirder when we get introduced to these two people here. Wilf, a handsome man in his late 30s, and Aelita, a young barefoot lady who seems to be about 12 years old. But as soon as the conversation begins, we understand that they are kind of the same age.
What are you up to, Aelita?
And it gets even more bizarre when Aelita says she's going to save a world, but not ours.
Saving the world. I didn't say our world.
Okay, let's leave Aelita with her ambition plans over there and jump up to the next lady, who is not living in London, and not even in the year 2099, but instead in the US, and in the year 2032. Her name is Flynn, and she lives with her dying mother and full of shit brother, Burton.
You are so full of shit, I can't see how you stand yourself sometimes.
She has to take care of her mother and buy pills for her, which cost $1,000 each.
That's just one pill.
And sometimes she has even to deal with the local mafia from whom she gets the drugs. But there is something else that makes her even more intriguing. She has a genius for playing video games, or simulations, as they call it. She is so skillful that sometimes Burton asks her to play instead of him and gain ground for them.
You're welcome.
What the fuck happened? Flynn happened.
Simulations or sims are an advanced form of VR, and also by playing them one can earn money. So do Flynn and Burton, which helps them to afford expensive drugs for their mother.
And I got something big coming tonight.
Once they got an offer from an unknown company to test the beta version of a new sim, playing which they could make much more money than ever with any other sim.
Do I get another big-ass beard this time, or what?
You're gonna be a version of me.
While Flynn started the simulation with Burton's avatar, we started to notice these giant statues again, which makes us to think about this scene over here. Yes, she's in London, precisely in Buckingham Palace. There is a private elite party of a company named RI, Research Institute, or Rebirth and Innovation, or Radically Immoral, as it was introduced to Flynn. The simulation at first seemed to be about kidnapping, but it also felt highly fascinating and distinct.
Holy shit! It was like being there. Like I was actually in your body.
But after only playing it for the second time, a very abnormal shit happened to Flynn, and she realized that it isn't a normal sim. It feels extremely real and truly frightening.
They were fucking again.
While she was so decisive about not being in the sim again, someone called saying that she is in a huge danger and that right now dozens of people hired through the darknet are on their way to murder her and her family. The only way to stop them is to continue to play. But the interesting part of this entire conversation was not the conversation itself, but the fact that the caller is this guy. Remember him? Bench, London, 2099, barefoot someone? Okay.
Are you with me?
Still sound like a basic sci-fi action kind of movie, isn't it? But
Wait for it.
well, how can I prove my point without major spoilers? Let me try giving you some hints. Those people living in the future London are very advanced, but only in a technological sense. They lack something only sociopaths don't have. Yeah, you guessed it right. Empathy. Empathy is a huge theme that goes alongside all the episodes in The Peripheral, and it makes the series much deeper and more complicated. This show makes you think about your own boundaries and challenges your own beliefs about what is right and what is wrong. And if you are interested in discovering more about moral topics like empathy, compassion, or morality, you will be pleasantly surprised how they are covered in this TV show.
This may all seem a little bit sadistic, but I assure you it's for a very noble cause, alright?
I still didn't hook you on deep philosophical topics either, and you just wanted to see a good show with a good plot and interesting characters? Well, guess what? They do have it. The story arc of each character, well, almost each, is beautifully done, which makes you go over and over the character, trying to figure out why they are the way they are.
Why are you the way that you are?
For example, we have this amputated guy over here, who can throw the paddle so correctly with only one hand that scares the shit out of these guys, who, by the way, are working on a more appealing local mafia guy. Him, who has entire town under control. Or we have this woman here. Who is she, and why is she called Bee Queen, and why one should not mess up with her?
Oh dear, no.
That's the queen bee of this entire vile hive. You don't want to feel her sting, trust me.
It is actually very absorbing to keep track on these absolutely different characters, be it a bee queen, local mafia, or just an unrelated guy playing the game of power with each other. So whether you are a sci-fi fan who is into topics like quantum channeling and consciousness transformation, or you like to dive deep into moral topics, or you just wanted to see how different characters manipulate each other and strive to gain the power, like these guys from Game of Thrones, this TV show is an excellent choice for you. And you have to believe me, I'm not advertising it, I just genuinely like it. We will make a big discussion review style video from 1 to 4 episodes and hope until then you have watched it, so we can discuss some ideas together. By the way, have you already checked our hysterical review of Rings of Power? What? No? Well, whom are you waiting for? That's it for today. Wait. Did you think to leave the channel without subscription and without liking the video? Yes?
Did you?
Well, don't. Just do what you have to do and let's get over it, okay? Just kidding. Do whatever you want. Bye!